You're listening to Safety FM Min.
This episode of the broadcast and the podcast is brought to you by Safety Focus Moment. They're consultants that want to help you get the safety culture you've been looking for. For more information, go to safetyfocusmoment.com.
Hello and welcome to Safety FM Mini. This is Jay Allen. Today is Friday, April the 4th of 2024. Now, what do you mean 2024? 2025. Yeah, I can't even get the date straight anymore. But let's talk about this. Let's talk a little bit about everything that's going on, and I hope everything is good and grand inside of your neck of the woods, of course. But let's talk for just one moment. Do you know that inside of your organization, there is a system within the system? You know what I'm talking about, just for a brief moment. You know that there's policies and there's procedures and there's things on the way that they get done. But on top of that, there's something else. There's like another system inside of there that people don't talk about, but they still adhere to. For some unknown reason, this is how the systems work inside of our workplace. Why is it that we never tend to call these systems out? Why is it that we never talk about these things actually occurring? Not necessarily in real time, but that they're actually occurring inside of our workplace. Maybe that's something to think about on this Safety FM mini episode. I have been your safety manager and host, Jay Allen. And until next time, be safe.
The views and opinions expressed on this podcast are those of the host and its guest and do not necessarily reflect the official policy or position of the company. Examples of analysis discussed within this podcast are only examples. They should not be utilized in the real world as the only solution available, as they are based only on very limited and dated open source information. Assumptions made within this analysis are not reflective of the position of the company. No part of this podcast may be reproduced, stored in a retrieval system, or transmitted in any form or by any means, mechanical, electronic, recording, or otherwise, without prior written permission of the creator of the podcast, Jay Allen.